Greetings, everybody. So I tried to do this transmission outdoors. The energy was like the worst. I don't know. I just can't explain it. I was not feeling it at all. It's um, like I'm going through my own dark night of the soul, as I told you guys, but especially being a Yoga empath, I can feel the world's dark night of the soul. And today is just one of those days. It is a new moon, so we have to stay positive. And later on, we're going to do a new moon manifestation. And I'm going to show you guys how to do a new moon manifestation and how you can see how it works, how it worked for the ancients, and how it's going to work for you. Actually, let me write that down really quick. New moon manifestation. Okay. All right. So today I am here with a message. It is a message from my guardian. A message from me, whoever. Same consciousness at this point. Whether you believe I channel or I am or I am nuts or I have an alter ego, it really does not matter because I am a density complex consciousness. I know that I am gonna have to get through some onion layers to get in, but the whole point is planting the seed, and I'll never stop doing that, especially in this new age. Especially since in a week, I'm so grateful for all the followers. Thank you guys so much. I'm so glad you're receiving these transmissions. I'm so glad. From this, wait till you hear this message from my guardian. He clearly is pleased. Like I said, we're one, pleased as well, and notices the observations. And he says that he's never seen this much unity consciousness. He said in 20 million years on Earth. It's been 20 million years since he's seen this type of unity consciousness. Since his message has not been misconstrued, since they haven't been used and had humans three brain beings, the Blu-ray says, pose as gods. They don't even pose as gods. So, but either way, I could have 10 people. What I'm saying is I could have 10 people following me, but as long as the message is getting through somewhere. I've been doing this for 15 years. This past year, it's been knowing that I've been a Blu-ray has been 4 years now, completely in acceptance. Completely in acceptance. But the journey started 15 years ago, 16 with my near-death experience, and then that's when actually he explains in this how he comes into tune with a being, an entity, and it's kind of like how it happened with me. I had such a desire to know something more than this, and because I knew I was something more than just a meat suit, so yeah. But hey, speaking of which, this is kind of what led me to me, receiving this download, because I asked a question. First I woke up thinking oh my God, has the egoic mind really hijacked this world? You could blame anybody you want to blame, but the bottom line is the mind has hijacked the body and the spirit and everybody into thinking it rules, but not alone, but not to the point where you can say, back off, you ain't running this shit today or any day if you don't want to, and you just you decide to have that connection with the higher consciousness and get rid of all those egoic programs. We all have them, societal, familial. As a Blu-ray, like I said, they're sentient programs. And today I am feeling such heavy, like possession. I feel like somebody wants me to give them more than I'm giving or something. Um, like I'm not giving enough, because as a manifesting generator, I just feel like right now I'm just supposed to be manifesting because it's a new moon. But I have like somebody making me feel like, I don't know who it is, that I feel like I have to generate. Um, it's somebody thinking about me, probably my birth brother, my father, like my birth or my adoptive father, like, oh, she's better find a job, she's got to find a job, it could be my twin flame, like, worry because he's Scorpio, and the ego, and they're worried about money right now, and I've got like all these things in the works for money right now. It's a big transitional period. But I'm sure that there are people in my life. I mean, I got a text message from a friend the other day talking about, hey, how's the job search going? So people are definitely thinking about me. Who they are, I can't pinpoint. My consciousness grabbed it from somewhere, but let's go forward. So that was my thought, and that led me to, of course, thank you for my dog today. Thank you for waking me up. Thank you for this clean bed that I slept in, these clean clothes. Thank you for another day of survival. Just to be able to give this transmission. Thank you for the new moon so we can manifest all of it. And can I ask you a favor, please? And he said, go on. Will the transmission start to resonate? He said, do you want the long answer or do you want the short one? I said, I want both. He said, which first? I said, short. He said, they already are. They already are. Now that I think about it, I already said it. Like, it could be 1,000 or it could be 1. Okay, and so let me read this, and you guys are gonna it's gonna resonate, like really resonate, like from his message. Okay, so then this is the long answer. Okay. We, the 7th density consciousness, have been contacting people on your planet for many years. Thousands, actually, in intervals. You can see the intervals when we send an ascended master. Like Thoth, Yeshua Christ, Master R, Master G, Sananda, Saint Germain. John the Baptist and the Essenes did well at preserving and sharing the law of becoming one, or as you call it, ancient esoteric knowledge of self. John showed us that this doesn't have to be a secret, though. It shouldn't be. But one must stay on the run. As you have noticed, there are other forces of energy that do not care for the light that these ascended masters bring. And there are many of us here right now. So physically meeting would be more confusing, as we are a tuned consciousness of love. Okay, so what do you think that looks like? Some people believe it looks like a big bird. And he said this, and we can interpret this. He said, and the message right now from the collective is that we are demons. There is nothing new under this sun. So, yeah, he's correct. We're being perceived as demons. I've had people tell me I'm possessed. I mean, I've been having people throw holy water on me since I was a child. I explained the manifesting generator, our energy, how repulsive it can be. Being a mirror could be repulsive. So, but right now, like, I mean, our throat chakras have been closed for thousands of years because we have shut up, because we got sick of being killed and burned at the freaking stake for being prophets or saints or visionaries or and in the Western world they do not like it when we say that we are spirit first and we are spirit only. Like, well, not only would they, like, you know what I mean, like spirit runs this show, and they do not like that. They do not like that. The mind, they're all about the architect and the mind, and you know, not free thought, like not free form thought like this. So then he says, we are back because it is a new age of energy and dimensional portals. I mean, I think he says we as ascended masters. Aligning and opening within. So these dimensional portals are aligning and they're opening within us and without us and on the earth. And we see some have the thirst to understand, to seek, and to desire for something outside of this physical illusion. Separation, definitely separation right now. It's the illusion or not, you know, the truth or not. The process we stimulate. Okay, so this is how the process is explained. The process of what the seventh density consciousness stimulates in one's mind, okay, is self-generating. So once they stimulate, the rest is on us. Like, it's our thirst. It's how bad do we want to know the self? How bad do we want to, how close do we want to be? Are we a man after God's heart like King David? Are we, like, do we know there's more than this? Are we on a mission? Like, okay, we are going to seek, right? So, let's see, seek desire for something outside of this physical illusion. The process we stimulate is self-generating. As more and more seek this consciousness in this new age and receive the message or frequency, it will be passed on to the point of unity-based consciousness. Okay? And it will be sufficiently in tune with the form of consciousness. So the mind, body, and spirit union. The three balance being, he said. He thinks he's so funny. I'll attempt to explain contact. Ooh, he's going to explain how he would contact. And remember I told you, you know, of course I got a sneak peek. I wrote it down. I wrote the thoughts down. So, but sometimes I'll feel like, oh man, like, I'm just going to start giving the transmission, you know, maybe that's what I'll ask for next. Just give me the transmission. Like, I don't have to, you know, I remember all this, like sleep on it like Edward Casey. Wouldn't that be great? So remember how I said that the attempts, like how they explain contact, is kind of like the same way that it happened with me. It even came through my skin. Like, it was wild. So, so many ways. I had a near-death experience. Like, I had to, that's how serious it was. So first he says, can the entity, the three-brain being, receive the message? Like, can they receive the message? Can they notice that this is not them? That, or maybe receive the message, not them yet, like, even like see angel numbers or something that's a coincidence or something that resonates with them, or maybe they find like the raw material or something in Egypt that like tips them off, or energy, like it could be, are they going to see this as a message? Like, am I receiving a message? Okay, all right, yes, maybe not. Okay, well, there he goes on to say, are they a station out of range? Now, like a radio station, I think in the raw materials, he speaks on a finely tuned instrument, okay? So, we call it a station in or out of range. So, what tune are you dancing to inside that head? Are you not at all? So that's another thing. Okay, so if the person desires to become a certain vibration as a result in his thinking involvement with groups like Monica's, meditations, inner work, inner balance, hang on, not eating or consuming blood, I didn't say that, and being on the healing journey. Then, after this person, balances their mind, body, and soul, does all these things, then verbal communications are given. Like, I can remember when my first verbal communication came in, and I can remember the one that I first accepted and spoke back to. I was on my knees crying like a baby. Like the only thing I can relate it to is, have you ever, read any holy books like the Bible? Like, every time an angel comes, the first thing they say is, get up. And then the second thing they say is, have no fear. That's what it's like. It's like, get up, like, have no fear. Have no fear. You are, I don't know what you are. That's the whole problem, right? So here it goes. So then the verbal communications are given to see if the entity can create a system of thought and a desire for this type of spiritual consciousness that raises his and the collective's consciousness. Okay, so let me read that again. He says, the verbal communications come from the Blu-ray, the 7th density, right? As a form of like some sort of message or just some communications, right? And they want to see if the entity can create a system of thought and a desire for this type of spiritual consciousness. Like, are they going to create a system of thought around this, or do they have cognitive dissonance? It's just an example. Are they going to completely reject it? Are they going to, even if you are open to this, I'm telling you, you are going to reject this 1,000 times before you accept it. Remembering who you truly are, if you are a chosen, a Blu-ray, an indigo, there's all types of beings like Pleiadians. What do they say? There's Dracos. There's, I don't know, like, who knows? Like, there's, what if you're just not? What if you're just like this, like me, just like a 7th density consciousness? You are you going to create a thought around that, a thought process around that, or is it going to be your same old thought process? Everything has to change. Your whole thought, you have to unlearn to not relearn, but be able to receive the messages. Okay? So he says, my friends, come from within, as should you. We can only guide, suggest, educate. We do this in a way that will stimulate the entity to seek inward to the single source of love and understanding, the creator that is part of us, part of everything that exists. For everything that exists, my friends, is the creator. I can read that again because it's so awesome. Like, wow, that's poetry. So he says, and I want to talk about the stimulation. He says, we do this in a way to seek inward to the single source of love and understanding. The creator that is part of us, part of everything that exists. For everything that exists, my friends, is the creator. the single source of love and understanding, the creator that is part of us, part of everything that exists, for everything that exists, my friends, is the creator. How dope is that? I need to take a picture. That is so cool. I'm just going to ponder that. So once that thought process starts to create, okay, that's why I like to teach the law of becoming one and balancing our energy centers, eating correctly, things of that nature, because it's going to stimulate you to seek inward, to that single source of love and understanding. And he's saying that's the creator. The creator is all, it's everything. And that's where the stimulation is going to come. It could come, like my form of stimulation came in people, places, things, even things on YouTube, videos, books, mostly experiences that I was having, personal ones, healing. All of those things brought me closer to the creator, like brought me closer to my true self and to all that exists, you know, one. So let's go on. What a great time for your planet to be coming from a place of sleep, confusion, and deception to simple understandings and love of self and their creator. For us, the concept of love transcends past verbal to telepathic and empathic. This is the concept we call becoming one, that you call finding the self, falling in love, balance of the mind, body, or spirit, or even a spiritual catapult. The end. Wow, that was a lot. Before I came on and even decided to read this, I read this like a few times, and I'm probably going to contemplate this like all day. And because there's some things that stick out now, like talking about how love has transcended past anything verbal for me. There's sometimes I wish we didn't even have to speak when I had that energetic connection with somebody. It's like the intuitiveness and the claircognizance and the connections you have should become telepathic, and the empathy is just like, man, this is like that's a concept of love, like unity consciousness, healing, finding the self. He's right about that. He said this is the concept we call becoming one, that you call. So anyway, that was my transmission. I'm gonna hurry up and get on it real quick, try to put something together about the new moon. I've been wanting to do this for like 15 years, like start a new moon transmission thing, but like so many people were jumping on the bandwagon, and I want to do it authentically. If you're planning on joining later, I'll do a little short about it. Get a notebook that has never been written in before. If it has, take out all the pages that have been written in it, and you need to speak something over it and write that same thing in the first part. Okay, that's probably something I'll go over in the short really quick. Notebook, what to do, that's our first step. We need a notebook, our thoughts, and to bring ourselves tonight. That's it. I don't know what time it is. Maybe we'll do this in a little bit, in a few hours. But thank you guys. Stay peace, stay love, stay light, stay diligent. There is a lot going on with the divine masculine right now, and the other entities that are walking this planet. So please keep yourself protected. I have my own ways. Everybody has their own ways. even a simple prayer for protection for the day would be wonderful. Like, please, like, Creator, just if you, you know, are still on the fence, being sifted like wheat, just like keep praying to get off that fence and finally take a stand. Are you human or not? Are you sovereign with God, or are you a fictional corporate identity in all caps? That's just where we're at right now. So stay peace, stay love, stay light, and have a great day.